What is up, guys? Sunday, the 21st October. I got this willow tree in my lake here, and I pulled it part of the way out with the Super Duty. You got a 4-inch jerk strap on there, and I've got it choked with a little short length of 3/8 chain. And it seems to be working okay. The thing is full of carpenter ants. Oh yeah. This is the epitome of my property here. It seems like every time I turn around, one of these stupid willow trees is in my lake. I still got 2 or 3 that are around the perimeter. So we're dragging them out bit by bit. So I'm gonna throw you guys on the stand and you can see what this truck will do. Alright, so there we go. She's out of the water now. You just got to cut her up and I'm going to throw her on the burn pile. Stuff isn't any good for really anything. If I had an outdoor stove, I'd probably use it, but you can see I got a fire going on the other side of the lake there. I've been burning up brush from a bunch of trees I took down last weekend. Yeah, it's 60 some degrees today, so it's a good day for this. I got to put this thing on the charge real quick, so I'm going to cut it off here and I'll bring you back on when I'm making some cuts. See ya. Alright guys, I got a little carried away and I bucked up most of this tree, and the camera was still charging, so I just want to get done while the weather's still nice here. But we still have this trunk I have to deal with and all that, and I'll show you the tools I'm using here. We've got saw number 1, still MS290, which is the old 029 Farm Boss saw. I've had this saw for probably a good solid 10 years. It's never let me down. Doesn't have a lot of hours on it. I did pinch the bar. As you can see, it's got a newer bar on it. I pinched the tip of the bar last weekend pretty bad. And it's been used and abused for cutting stumps and things out at landscape jobs. And then we have a little bit older saw here that I just got a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Oh, sorry for the shaky cam. The saw's heavy and I gotta spin it around. We have a still 064. This one's got a 3-foot bar on it, and this is a bad son of a bitch here. And I'll put you guys on the stand because I'm gonna run this saw. This saw is old enough. It doesn't have compression release, but it's got the Western grip bar on it for felling trees. It's got double felling dogs on it, one on either side, one on the sprocket cover and the other one on the saw side. It's got a ported muffler on it, so this saw is loud. It's also just been rebuilt right before I got it. So I'm going to throw you guys on the stand and we're going to fire this bitch up. First things first, safety glasses. Should have my saw chaps on, but I'm not really bucking anything up. And I'm very diligent about where this saw is at all times, as big as it is. Should have my hearing protection on, but I'm not running this saw for too long. Chain brake on, choked, and there's 2 ways that I know to safely start a saw. One of them the saw between your legs like this, or between your knees, and pull the cord across your body. This saw doesn't have compression release, so it kicks pretty hard. The other way is saw on the ground, toe in the handle a little bit, other hand on the bar and pull across you, which is the one I'm going to do because the saw is going to kick when I go to pull it. After it pops, take it off full choke. Make sure you guys are in the picture here. Looks that way. Alright, here we go. It's going to get loud. gents. So that is what that 064 saw can do, and make short work of a rather large job. The 20-inch bar make it through that, but they both have full chisel chains on them, which means they don't have any provision for anti-kickback. So you really gotta, when you hold on to these saws, to be safe. Like I said, I should have my chaps on, but keep your hand, back the zoom out here, on the top of this saw and keep it, you can see where I'm standing, keep it in front of you as much as you possibly can, so if it starts to come up, your hand's going to roll forward and smack that brake and stop that chain. I also have a helmet with a face shield on it too, but I wear that more for lemon trees and things like that. I don't do much tree work. I do more at my house than I ever do for jobs. I just don't enjoy it. But I have a lot of the good equipment to do the stuff. It's just one of those things that I let the experts handle that kind of stuff as far as dropping trees and taking the tops out of them. So this is just a quickie job over at my place to get that thing out of the lake. I mean, you can see, I don't know if I ever posted a video before this, but I mean, my property around this lake, and you look over there by the burn pile, there's a bunch of cottonwood over there, and you can see the lake wraps around behind those, and there's a bunch of trees around that, a couple willows over there, and then I have my limber pines here, which I love these. I'll never take those down unless something happens to them. I love those trees. And then I got this group of Norway spruce right here, and you can see a big chunk of willow laying in the lake, and if you look in the top of that, that's the willow that's behind there. There's another one right there. Stuff isn't worth a shit for anything except for burning in a campfire or burning in an outdoor stove. It burns fast, and right now I've got a good bed of coals going, and I will just pile this stuff up on it, and it'll boil the water right out of it and eat it right up. Probably take about 4 or 6 hours to do it, but some of this is drier than the rest. The bottom was full of carpenter ants. You can see where they've been in there. Maybe my shadow's screwing it up. You can see better over there. You can see them crawling across it there. I mean, this stuff is just shit. But this property was originally a farm. I think the original house was built maybe in the 1800s, and then that house was taken down in 1970, and my house that currently sits here was built. I don't know if it sits in the exact location, but there used to be 26 acres here, and they parceled it off into 2 properties, and then right before we bought the place, they parceled off part of the property that came with my house. So I got 5 acres here, and it's just enough because, I mean, take a look around. Everywhere you look, there's dead trees. Yeah, it's fall, you can argue. There's no leaves in those ash right there, but there wasn't many in them over the summer either. And you look up there. Yeah, I guess you can see it. We got a hawk's nest up there. The hawks raised a few babies on our property here. And you always know when the new ones hatch in the springtime because they're just screaming for mama to bring them food. So definitely don't have any outside pets here. I don't think the cats would ever make it. Don't see many rabbits. We used to have a couple red fox around here, and I think the hawk found them too. So anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed my little bit of lumberjacking here. Not much really going on, so take care, guys. We'll catch you on the next.